As long as you don't mind getting a 1 on your evaluation presentation.
In these harsh times, can we really afford another expense that could be substituted for something less expensive? Capital punishment, you would think it would be inexpensive just to give someone a lethal injection, electric chair, or even hanging. But you're wrong. It costs taxpayers much more money to put somebody on death row than it does to put them in life in prison without parole. It would be a safe and efficient way to help our economic status to just give someone a life sentence. The death penalty costs taxpayers millions of dollars because we just have selective jury procedures, mandatory appeals, and attorneys that specialize in the capital punishment cases. Do you really think we can afford this during these hard times? In LA Times article by Ron Tempest, he helps us break down how our tax-paying money is being spent. California taxpayers pay at least $117 million each year post-trial seeking execution of the people currently on death row. While we are having severe budget cuts in our schools and other special programs, we are investing millions of dollars to have people sent to death instead of a real punishment. And as if we don't spend enough money, it costs approximately $90,000 more a year to house an inmate on death row, which doesn't make sense because our prisons do not require as much as a capital punishment case. Capital punishment is very expensive. The selection of the jury is far from simple in capital punishment cases. Most of criminal cases do not require a trial, but in capital punishment cases, it is mandatory. It is very important to choose the right jury. Selection of juries takes longer, and questions concerning the sanity of the defendant are more likely to be raised, requiring expert testimony and longer deliberation. In the book An Eye for an Eye by the Arthur Goldberg shows the audience how just looking for a selected jury alone takes up a lot of money and time. Along with the jury selection process alone will cost on the average almost $30,000 more in capital cases. Along with the jurors being selected, the jurors also have to be paid every day they serve on the particular case. Capital cases average 42 days, but every case requires a mandatory appeal. An appeal is a rehearsing of a case brought from a lower court to a higher court, and the Supreme Court is required to hear an appeal in every case in which the death sentence is imposed. Appeals cost so much more because it is a high risk if they put an innocent man or woman to death. A person can stay on death row on average 14 years, and since somebody's life is on the line, the state is required to put up more money. Arthur Goldberg also states that more than $1.4 million is to conduct the legal processes required for executing a single person, along with an additional $330 for appeal costs. If jury selections and appeals don't seem like enough money spent, attorneys specializing in capital punishment cases are required. Since the defendant has the right to an attorney, the state, or should I say the taxpayer's money, pay for one for him. Since Arthur Goldberg also states, since operating a courtroom costs about $2,200 per day, the average cost of an attorney costs just about the same. Imagine that. That's about $5,000 per day, not including the previous required elements that are needed. We know that people can be killed cheaply. Rather, the high costs result from the elaborate legal processing of cases. Lethal injection, hanging, the electric chair, they all seem like a quick and easy way to end it, but it's not. While we sit at home and worry about the money that we are wasting, it is going to all the wrong places. Capital punishment is one thing that we can live without.